Good morning, everyone. Our today's topic is tuberculosis in pregnancy. Tuberculosis is the commonest disease we can see in India. In our country, tuberculosis is very common. It is highly contagious. So, incidence is ranges between 1 to 2 in hospital deliveries. But whatever the deliveries are at home or other places, the incidence or prevalence of tuberculosis is much more. Again, uh, there are multi-drug resistant tuberculosis also existing all over the world. Means whatever the drugs available for the tuberculosis, many patients are resistant to those primary treatment, and that is called as MDR, multi-drug resistant tuberculosis. So, what are the risk factors? Risk factors, whenever there is positive family history of tuberculosis, any member of the family is uh, with tubercular infection, so that female might suffer from the tuberculosis. Past history of tuberculosis, any female with past history of treated tuberculosis, then she might suffer from the active tuberculosis in pregnancy. Tuberculosis is very common in low socioeconomic status of the people. So, the female with low socioeconomic status, tuberculosis is common. Area with high prevalence of tuberculosis. HIV infection in HIV in our country, tuberculosis is common. Again, females with alcohol addiction, tuberculosis might supervene. Intravenous drug abuse, diabetes, jejunal bypass, that is surgery, chronic renal failure. In such cases, patient may suffer with tuberculosis during pregnancy. So for diagnosis, we all know tuberculin skin test. So tuberculin skin test is done with purified protein derivative, and that induration should be more than 5 mm, that is considered as positive, and presence of risk factor for the tuberculosis. Chest, X, chest X-ray. Chest X-ray has to be done after 12 weeks. If at all patient is suspected, generally X-ray is contraindicated during pregnancy. But for the diagnosis of primary focus, chest X-ray is done with the supervening risk. Again, early morning sputum examination for acid bacilli. Consecutive 3 day sample, morning sample is to be tested. And if at all two samples are positive, then the patient is positive for the tuberculosis. Again, gastric washing, diagnostic bronchoscopy is done. Extrapulmonary sites like lymph nodes, bones. This is rare during pregnancy for both generally spine. Spine area is the focus, primary, sometimes, very rarely, but spine is also primary site. Other than lung, whatever the site is primary is bones, that is vertebral column. Direct amplification test is done so that diagnosis can be made. So congenital tuberculosis is comparatively rare, and generally HIV infection is at all is there, then tuberculosis is common. Prognosis point of view, patient should be on continuous medical supervision, and adequate anti-tubercular drug treatment should be given. There are no that much gross effects of these drugs on pregnancy. Much side effects are not seen on pregnancy. So they should be continued. These drugs should be continued during pregnancy, so that the patient will be under the physical stress during pregnancy. To cope up with all the conditions, patient should be under active treatment. In untreated patients, so many complications are there: preterm labor, premature rupture of membrane, IUGR. Again, perinatal mortality is very high in untreated patients of tuberculosis. Maternal morbidity and mortality is also very high if at all patient is untreated. So treatment of tuberculosis with pregnancy is very important for the life of the patient and for the life of the neonate. Management, management point of view, first one is prevention. If at all the woman's age is less than 35 years, then positive PPD and no evidence of active disease is there, then the treatment point of view, isoniazid is the drug that is given. So dose is 300 milligram per day is given in started after first trimester. In first trimester, such medicine should not be given; it should be avoided as nervous system development occurs, and if at all given in first trimester, then there will be chances of adverse neonatal effect generally in first trimester. So drug has to be started in the second trimester and continue up to the 9 months, 6 to 9 months. Pyridoxine, that is vitamin B6, 50 milligram per day is given to avoid peripheral neuropathy. No adverse major effects are seen with the anti-tuberculous drugs. So the first and foremost drug we can see is isoniazid. Isoniazid, rifampicin, ethambutol, and pyrazinamide are the basic primary line of treatment in tuberculosis. So isoniazid is 5 milligram per kg, that is up to 300 milligram per day. Rifampicin is 10 milligram per kg, that is 600 milligram per day. Again, ethambutol is 15 milligram per kg and pyrazinamide is 15 to 30 milligram per kg dose is given per day. So major side effects on the patient we can see of these drugs are generally hepatitis, again peripheral neuropathy, hepatotoxicity is very common, orange discoloration of urine with the rifampicin we can see, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea we can see, febrile reaction, skin rashes, and optic neuritis, visual acuity is decreased, diminished we can see in hepatotoxicity, gastric upset, arthralgia, bone pain. These are the commonest side effects of these first line drugs. Second line drugs are para-aminosalicylic acid, cycloserine, and kanamycin are the drugs which are when the patient is resistant to this primary line of drug, then this second line of treatment should be given. Again, these drugs are hepatotoxic. Again, gastric upset will be there, rash and convulsions, auditory and renal toxicity, and optic neuritis might be caused by these drugs. In active lesion, breastfeeding is contraindicated. After labor, patient should not give breastfeeding to the fetus. The baby should be isolated from the mother after delivery, and baby should be given prophylactic dose of isoniazid 10 to 20 milligram per kg per day for 3 months. And contraceptive is advised to the female uh, whenever after delivery so that her health should be maintained and she should not get pregnancy after that. Again, normal pregnancy generally continues and with the treatment. If at all treatment is not taken, then high mortality, morbidity will be there, and the patient and the neonate will be suffer, and mortality rate will be more if at all not treated during pregnancy. Tuberculosis not treated, high mortality rate is there. So this is all about the tuberculosis in pregnancy. If at all you are having any query, mention in the comment box. I'll try to resolve it. Thank you. Thank you very much.